What's up, everybody? Welcome back. A1UTV here. Standing on top of a Yeti cooler in front of my L5P Duramax. So a couple days ago, I ordered a intake and a Derringer tuner for my truck. Pretty basic stuff. Just gonna do a little install, run through, show you guys what we're doing. First things first, gonna get all the shit out of the box and take this intake out. And then we'll get onto the tuner. Pretty sweet little setup. You got your intake box here. This thing obviously bolts down into place pretty simple. And then you got the intake pipe. This thing's definitely got a funny looking shape to it, but whatever. Then we got this huge air filter. So let's get this stuff installed. So now in the past, I went ahead and I deleted all the resonator and stuff and whatnot in there. But this doesn't look nearly as nice as the bank setup. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect our MAF sensor here. Just pull this little red tab up and then give it a push. Pull the clip off, tuck that sucker back there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna undo all my clamps here, get this main pipe out. So now we got that main pipe off. Here's an example of what will happen when you don't run an oil catch can. Any kind of dust or anything gets past that main filter, it's going to cling to the walls because of all that oil residue. All right, went ahead and wiped that out as best I could. And now we're going to take out this box here. Having that V-band clamp on that plastic piece kind of distorted my intake. So we got to get this sensor out of here, put it in the other intake. It's a little, looks like a Torx 15, little T15, T10, something like that. That thing literally just pops up out of there. It's got these little plastic, little hold me down things. Just pop it up. All right, so when you go to put in the air box, there's actually a plate down here that has, they look like 10 millimeters bolts. So you're gonna have the 4 bolts taken out. And then I'm not sure if you can reuse this plate or not. I'm not sure it would be, not sure what the reason would be, but if you wanted to, you might be able to. I'll pull that out. See if I can do this in one hand. Come on now. It slides down just like that. I guess, I think all I have to do now is put the seal on, but that's how it sits in there. And then the 4 bolts will bolt it to the bottom, just like that. All right, so we went ahead, we got the seal installed on there. Now we'll slide this thing in there and just get it bolted down. All right, so we've gone ahead and we've installed all of our bolts by hand. Now we're just gonna tighten them down. All right, well, the box is in there nice and solid. We got this line right here. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and route this right up over the top, just like so. And then now we got to do is just put our pipe and our filter in there and then plug up our sensor again. So when you put this pipe in, install the filter first. Install the coupler onto this pipe and then install the clamp to the inlet, the turbo inlet last. Makes it the easiest. Plug in your MAF sensor. I went ahead and I used a V-band clamp down here instead of one of these traditional hose clamps. This thing was on my old setup, and it seems like it'll hold that a little bit better. That way we don't have any issues with the stuff coming loose. Just like that, installed. That was freaking easy. A lot easier than I expected. Let's move on to the Derringer. All right, so I went ahead and did the hard part first. Snake this thing down through that grommet. Talk about a pain in the butt, but we went ahead, did that, snaked it through here, brought it up under through here. Now it's running up, and we got the wire right here for our gauge pod. So the next part is to get the OBD2 plug, which is this one. This will also run up the dash, and then we have to plug this piece inside the engine bay. So let's get to it. Go ahead, put the OBD2 plug in there. 2 wires up here. Let's get the pod. All right, so we got the harness here. I already went ahead and unplugged the, I think this is a T-map sensor. Basically, you're just gonna plug yours in here. You'll take your other and Plug yours in there. Latch the safety snap. Then your next one you'll undo is this one right here. And then you'll plug these two in there. And you'll tuck the wires and run them over here to this wire. It's getting pretty damn dark out here, guys, so last dash. We already got the Derringer mounted in there. We've gone ahead and we've spliced everything into our proper sensors. We've gone ahead, we've got our wires ran through the dash, up the side, right here. Boy, it's getting dark. I gotta get this pod mounted and then plug it in, start the truck. All right, so it's dark. We've got the wires ran through the pod here. Now I'm just gonna put the pod in there, plug it in, and then mount the pod up. All right, it's a mad dash to get this freaking thing done. I got all the wires ran. Now I gotta just put this cover back on, and then we should be good to go. Put a couple tools away and hook the batteries back up. Oh, the truth. All right, see if this thing fires up. Thanks, dash. It's on. Super gauge. There we go. We're good to go. All right, guys. Well, it's been a day and I've had a little bit of an opportunity to get a feel for how this thing operates and whatnot. There's like 6 different levels. And you definitely notice a difference. It's definitely not like a normal like aftermarket tune or anything. It's basically just like driving a stock truck around with just a little bit more oomph behind it. You know what I'm saying? I think if I had the pedal monster, it would definitely add a little bit more of an aggressive feel to it. But the way it sits right now, you still have like all that sponge pedal that a stock truck has and all that whatnot. But when you get into the power and you step on the gas, it does what it says it's supposed to. I've noticed a little bit of an increase in gas mileage, which is good. And I think that's probably due to the intake system that I put in there. But other than that, I'll give a little bit more of a thorough review and compare it to what, like, when I went up to Jones and stuff, I had a little bit of an idea of what my mileage was there. So we'll be able to compare it to that and see what we get in the future. So appreciate y'all as always. Thanks for watching. Share this stuff with your friends. See you guys soon. Later.